Hey guys, so I have another video today for you to help with the foot pain and ankle pain tension that you might be feeling. So grab a hold of a book. You can certainly use a yoga block, but I think everybody has a pretty good thick firm book laying around. So just go ahead and set that down on the floor. You don't even have to be on a yoga mat, but I would request that you're on a hard surface, so a wood floor rather than carpet, something like that. Okay? So simply come with your right foot in front of you, and you really want to be on the knife edge of your foot. So let me turn this way so you can see. So you're not on sort of the pad side of your foot. You really want to be on the knife edge. Like if that was holding the books together, that was the bookend, that's what you're going to stand on. And then give a bend into your right knee and just push a little bit forward and back. So you get the sense of, there's a little bit of tension there, a little bit of maybe tightness that's pulling on the ankle. And you just kind of gently ease into your foot this way. Do that just a couple times, see where you're at, really get disciplined at standing on the knife edge of your foot right there so that we're not on the sole side of the foot, if you will. And then we'll switch sides. So come onto the knife edge, and you'll notice more than likely one side will give you more challenge than other, or perhaps a different sensation. My left leg is a little bit more precarious than my right side, so this side tends to be a little bit more difficult for me to get right on the knife edge. Okay? Then from here, we're going to bear a little bit more weight. So you're coming on the knife edge of your right foot, and see if you can lean into it and pick up your left foot for maybe just like a second, half a second, see what you got. If you have a wall, use a wall, totally fine. Be really light on your hands on the wall though, so I'm just on my fingertips, and you're going to kind of just bob back and forth. Now, if you're not doing it against the wall, don't worry about the how long am I standing on there, just enough so you bear some weight, and then let it go. So 3 or 4 times on each side. Keep a good bend in the leg that you're standing on, up and down. The wall is really nice, so maybe just walk right up to the wall and do this up and down a couple times. Okay? So then we'll ramp it up and make it a little bit more challenging. So now you have your book, and you're going to put the knife edge of your foot right on that book. So it just lifts the foot up a few inches, or if you have a yoga block, do that. And same thing, you're going to stand, lift your opposite foot, bring it down. Stand, lift your opposite foot, put it down. And it might be like a little balancing act, but same thing, do the best you can to really be on the knife edge of your foot. Okay, a few times other side, knife edge of your foot. This is my challenging side, so kind of maybe use the wall since it's there. Why not? Find the knife edge. So I'm more interested on where it is that you're standing as opposed to how freeform can you balance it. Couple times just like that, nice and easy. Okay, then from here, come down onto your hands and knees. Take your knees width distance of your hips, tuck your toes under, and then from here, just lift your hips a little bit, really get onto the balls of your feet really well, and then set your knees back down. Because sometimes we're just like on the tip toes rather than on the toe pads, and then go ahead and sit back towards your heels. If this feels like impossible, like your hips are nowhere near your heels, totally fine, not a big deal. Work your fingertips forward and eventually get your butt back. If you're pretty close but not quite there, use your little handy dandy book and put it between your hips and your heels. You can also put the book on the front side. This will eliminate a lot of that really tight pulling of the arches of the foot. And just take a couple breaths here. So if it feels okay, I would say maybe stay here for about a minute. If this is super new to you, this is the first time you're doing it, maybe try 5-second increments, come out, do it again, another 5 seconds to total about a full minute that you're in this. And as we're in this, we typically tend to rock into the big toe side, so find all 10 digits really well anchored into the floor. If you're on the hardwood but not on a mat, be sure to lay a blanket out so the knees aren't on the floor. And let's just take 3 more breaths here together. All right, slowly come forward. Come off of your book or remove it from behind you. This time, tuck your toes under, tops of the feet down, and then go ahead and sit back onto your heels. Same thing if your hips don't meet your heels. Tabletop, using your hands to eventually bring your hips back any amount. So you can be kind of in this position, finding the max range of your hip bend or your knee bend. That's totally fine. But eventually working your hips back towards your heels and then sitting upright. Okay. Your knees will get there one day. It's just a matter of training your body and just some practice. Try to spread all your 10 toenails equally into the floor. And then bring your fingertips back behind you outside of your body and lift your knees just a little bit off the floor and then come forward, lift your feet. Few times like that. Lift your knees off the floor and then lift your feet. This is a part of our body that we tend to not go to. It's like the hard shell of the foot. It mimics the hard shell of the hand, the top of the hand, as well as the hard shell of the back. So if you really have tight backs, a rounded back, this is going to give you a lot to chew on. So be sweet with yourself, move slowly. Your knees might not even lift that high off the ground, just a little bit, and then coming back and forward. Rocking on the top of the foot like it's the bottom of a rocking chair. Good. Give it one more breath here. All right. And then last thing, coming back to your hands and knees. And then from here, find a tabletop position. Scoot to the front of your mat if you're playing on a yoga mat. And then extend your right foot back, but put the top of the foot down onto the floor rather than ball of the foot like this. Press into the top of your foot and really lengthen your chest towards the front of your mat. And you can stay here and work just the top of your foot down like this, or curl your left toes under here and lift your left knee off the floor any amount. Stay here, or lift your butt up in the air. Keep your right leg completely straight. Bend your left knee for a count of 3, 2, and 1. Bring it down to the floor. Right knee down, extend your left foot back, top of the foot on the ground. So for many of us, this is going to be plenty to work on. You don't even need to lift the right knee at all. Or you can curl the toes under, lift the right knee some amount so that there's weight on the top of your left foot. Or if you're feeling extra strong, lift your butt up in the air, bring your belly back to your thighs. Keep that left leg straight so it's really engaged and you're lifting up and back through the back of your knee for 3, 2, and 1. Nice. Come back down. All right, you guys, I hope that helps with some movement through the ankles and the foot. Please don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more future videos, and we'll see you again soon.